Hello disc golf fans, and welcome back to the 2024 River Riot 2 presented by Visit the Shoals. We saw a pretty hot front nine here at McFarland Park to start things off, and we're going to get right back into the action. Run Productions again bringing you this coverage in the booth. It's Felix, joined by
Conrad, looking to see what the back half of McFarland does for these fellas here. Should be playing slightly under par, I think. Take a look at the leaderboard. See some names up there that are in contention that are in front of our group. But the 18 isn't over yet.
Yeah, the early cards feasting so far, but our card doing the same, and we're going to start things off here. Hole 10, par 4, 705 feet. A little bit of danger on the right-hand side there. Also danger far left. There's another body of water out that way, but the fairway pretty generous. Starts to collapse a little bit here as you see that water come into play a little bit more towards the right as you get into your approach shot into a slightly elevated green here to add just that little bit of extra danger and make you think about things for a couple extra seconds.
Again, another placement shot here off the tee.
I take the whole round. They ain't wrong about that.
And that is center where you want to be, making the upshot that much easier.
Ooh, that's a bit turned. Might need some help from our friendly trees, and gets it.
Yes. That was definitely waterbound without assistance. Logan Bowers putting a good move on that, putting that in the center of the greenery as well.
I believe that's another Emperor. I think he bags multiple Emperors, and I think they're all green, so it's hard to tell which one he's reaching for. This one's getting turned.
Yeah, that was getting a little scary close to the right, the left body of water, but doesn't quite make it there, so he'll still have a long look at getting to the green. Harper working from under the canopy here. He's playing shade golf. That's all that was.
Yeah, but now he's got this low ceiling to contend with, goes wide of it. With a stable approach disc, plays that very well.
Mm-hmm. That checks up fine inside the circle. Now I just have an elevated putt left.
So forehand, Johnny.
Ooh.
Oh, that's pulled.
Ooh.
Kicks up dirt.
There's no line there. So. Oh, there isn't? No. It's just in the water. Oh, that's just a flag for the, yeah. That's a flag for the...
Yeah, getting clarification from his card mates there. The actual OB is the physical water itself. There's no lines painted OB on this hole.
That's something you kind of would want to kind of see with an event so that you don't end up in a situation like that, but I guess it also saves Johnny a stroke, so maybe you don't want to see it. It just depends.
Well, we do get to see this turbo here. Oh, man.
Such a good turbo.
I know. We've filmed him so often, and I don't think we've captured him hitting one of those big turbos in any of the coverage that we've had him on, which is disappointing and sad, because I'd love to see one go in.
Yeah.
I want to take away from the birdie, though, that Logan Bowers picks up there, and Harper looking to do the same.
Ooh.
There you go.
Does. His putt looks even scarier on an elevated basket.
That's what I was about to bounce right back out at him. But
Yeah.
it found the bottom of the cage.
Cashes it in, as does E. Lucas Pierce here. We've got a tight little grouping on this lead card. It's been fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Upside down turbo.
Still hoping that turbo went in.
Me too, Jenny. Me too.
All right, hole 11 is a par 3 coming in at 255. One of the signature holes here. It is an island, not just because it has water in front of it, but also OB all around it. So you want to make sure that you stay within the hay barrels. And they are playing it from the shorter position, so not as difficult of a shot as it is from the long. Coming in way under par, this is really a must-get birdie. It's not something that you want to miss coming in at 255 feet. You can go at it backhand, forehand, everything except for a thumber.
I wonder if Dollar threw a thumber at it now that you say that. Beautiful shot there. There is a drop zone if you do not make the island. And it is across the water.
Oh.
None of these first two drives will have to worry about that. Lucas. Beauty.
Also nice and safe.
I kind of wanted to flatten up just a hair.
Johnny with the wider
swinging
route.
it wide, but still right there, all within putting range.
Yep, we have 4 very close putts here. This is the furthest out, and he looks like he's just outside of the bullseye.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, definitely one you want to get. It was a .64 under par. So 79% of the field. 26 birdies out of 33 players. Yeah, and it looks like we're going to have ourselves a star frame here, pending this last putt from Logan.
I want to step up to putts as confident, as casual as Logan Bowers just stepped up to that one.
Hole 12, it's par 5 at 959 feet. This is the longest hole on the property here at McFarland. A little left to right shot to start your hole here. You've got a couple of trees to kind of navigate to optimize your gap to then have a look at the second shot. One that these guys have the arm to possibly get up for and get a 3 look at. Rollers can also come into play on this as the grass really lends well to that type of shot here. Can't tell if Harper's thinking roller here or if he's just going big ante with that angle. That's way high.
I can't tell either. We're going to say roller?
It curled up there on the middle of the screen there. Not quite sure if it was roller or didn't land on the edge there. This looks like the more Anheuser approach coming up from Logan. Not quite gonna hold.
No, but it puts him out there in the greenery, so he'll have options as far as getting to the other side of the fairway, getting through the first row of trees.
A lot of turn on this one.
Yeah, maybe too much. I think it may cut
a little bit.
Yeah. And I don't think I can't imagine there's a shot that Johnny hasn't seen.
Yeah.
It's like he's just like, oh, this shot, I'll pull this one out.
Get closer to the tree line there. That makes the gap that much bigger to hit when you have to cut off that much distance from it. That's a good thing. This is low out of the hand for Lucas.
Yeah, he was fussing at it before it left his hand.
Another clap. So 4 on the clap counter so far.
Still waiting for a good clap.
Yeah. It looked like Harper's lining up a roller here with that swing. And it is.
Oh, yeah, it is. That one finds the angle right. Is he going to miss this tree?
Just needs to be that jumps over the tree roots.
Right over it.
Up on the green. Past the green.
Past the green.
And
And
there it is.
wow, that's like 60, 70 past
I'm
on the second shot.
I'm a little surprised there is not out of bounds. Johnny also going roller? He is.
Yeah.
Gets that one down.
That one is curling.
Yeah, stays on the flat.
Yeah.
Long look for eagle.
Is that another roller angle we see?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
He was kind of in between a couple of discs here trying to decide if he wanted to go air shot or roller. I love the cut.
Oh, yeah. Makes his way up the hill. Onto the green.
Oh,
Past
it's
the
going
green.
to go back there too. By that antenna.
Huh, I wonder if they will incorporate OB, or if that may discourage the roller play that they want to leave in play.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, don't do it. I'm dizzy. There it is.
Okay. I can't tell if it's at the circle's edge or inside anymore after that turn, but it's there.
It's close either way.
It's a look.
Johnny for the eagle. Little high.
Harper trying to swing something up. Just get close.
Here's some chirping in the background there, which there's a giant nest on that tower there that you see behind you, that antenna. And I think Johnny said it was an osprey nest. Oh my gosh, don't
Sit
do
down?
it.
Okay. That was a great bid from down there. Oh, wow.
There it is, yeah. Some babies in there. Yeah, Johnny was quick to say that's an osprey nest. I've seen those guys all over Florida, so I'm going to take his word for it, because I'm not an ornithologist, I believe is what it is. Have a couple of birdie putts here. Oh my gosh, I thought that bounced out for a second, but it stays in. Par there.
Lucas is in for the par.
Logan quietly off to a little 3-for-3 start.
Yeah. Harper right behind him, though.
Yep, not giving ground, continuing to stay one stroke ahead.
All right. Hole 13 is a par 3 coming in at 427 feet. We are playing from an elevated position down and around these trees. There really is no path through them. So we're either going to be looking at a forehand or roller or some type of long turning turnover shot to get close to this green. There are branches that are reaching out that kind of hinder your approach. And there is a little bit of water behind the basket, so you don't get too greedy and go too far. Harper stepping up first with his forehand. Nice and low.
Beat that tree and it did. Okay.
Wow. He had a counter skip. He had to hit something.
He had yeah, I think he got a pine cone or something to kind of straighten out that skip for him, because
yeah, because that was going to go much further. And
what is going on?
That's not a gap. That's not the gap you aimed for.
Sneaks it on through. That's two that I'm like, don't hit that tree, and apparently that tree's not even there.
Let's see what Johnny's play is.
The roller.
Lay down a roller. And he misses the tree as well.
What is happening?
And he has a circle's edge putt.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe it's an
Right,
optical
so
illusion from this camera angle.
Don't let us down. I mean, I was there too. Now, this is what you expect.
Yes.
To see.
Wider.
Big
flare. Didn't quite get the
any
flare. So that grass, you can see, it looks a little bit thicker on the outside of the circle there. As you kind of cut it closer to the tree line, it looks like you get more ground play. It's a long look here for Lucas. Going with a stepper.
Misses it just to the right, but it stays safe. It doesn't get wet, so he'll have a comebacker there.
Big shout out to our friends at the Hampton Inns and Suites in Florence downtown. They hosted us for the week we were out there, and everything was just fantastic. Oh man, a little low. Not quite
both
there.
of those putts. Yeah.
He's usually good for those steppers, just not quite getting them there. Johnny, however,
Johnny's good for his stepper, yeah.
Right on through for the birdie. All of a sudden, he's at 8 down and very much in the conversation. That's the JohnE McCray forehand, is that roller.
Making the comebacker there. And let's tap in for the rest of the guys.
Things getting a little tighter here down the stretch as we come into hole 14. Par 3, 400 feet. Little bit of trickery involved. You see this high brush that you need to clear with some water there. Shot's going to move slightly from left to right. The end of the disc's flight here is going to have to contend with quite a few trees surrounding this green. Being short here kind of gives you a little bit of a cleaner look as it lines up more efficiently through the trees there than pushing past or going left of the target. This is turning quite a bit.
This was a backhand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Quite a bit of
that came in like I thought it was a forehand the way it came in.
That's the other JohnE McCray forehand. He's got the roller and he's got the turnover. That looks too straight.
Too straight. See what kind of action he gets off of the heel back there? None really. Okay. So he's gonna be in circle 2 looking at it. He should have a clean look though. Ooh.
Logan shaving the top of those bushes there. Needs to beat that last tree coming in, and unfortunately does not. But puts him about
he's
literally
he's inside the circle, so I'll take that, especially for being as low and close as he was.
Yeah. We saw a couple guys go like the big hyzer backhand last year over the top there, but everybody going left side this time. That got a weird reaction. Oh, it must hit that tree there.
I think there's another tree behind that tree.
Yeah.
That is inside that tree that hit that tree. It maybe I don't recall exactly, but maybe the cleanup on that left side just made it more inviting than trying to chance something over the right.
Yeah.
Again, I said Harper had a clean look. He does. Circle 2.
It's this long one.
Ooh.
Just low.
And that's his miss that he's been having when he does miss.
Yeah.
At least that one did tickle the chains a bit, but
and Johnny with the
Johnny didn't miss that. The basket just didn't accept it. I don't know how else to explain that.
I thought that was good. And that one drops out of the sky left as well.
Wow.
So no birdies.
Has a rigorous defense that he's putting up here for our card. Rigorous.
A little surprising that nobody cashed it in here. This hole playing almost exactly at par, just 0.03 strokes below par at 2.97. But a little surprising that none of these guys were able to pick it up here.
All right, hole 15, another par 4. Again, another placement shot off the tee. You want to miss that big pine that is right there in front of you off the tee pad, going to the left of that to get out here to the landing area. Anywhere out here that has a look at the green is good. We'll call it in play. You do want to be careful with the turtleback that the basket is sitting on because there is a steep slope behind it, but again, we've seen this card with great distance control when it comes to their up shots. Johnny went through the tree.
He did.
And ended up in the most ideal placement on the fairway. I don't know if he went through the tree. That's more of the play you're looking at. See?
Yeah, a
Right
little
around
wider.
that and then flexing back.
Something a little more stable to give you that fight at the end like that.
And he's right there, essentially right behind Johnny.
I mean, this is really the only line. There's no... I'm looking at the right side. I'm like, there's no way anybody's going right side of that tree.
No, there's no right side.
This looks fantastic.
But the thing you don't want to do is have the wrong disc selected and end up in the bunch of trees to the left or to the right.
Yeah.
That makes it harder to approach the green. All these drives are just in the perfect landing area.
That's a little stable.
He said nope. I didn't hear a clap, but
Nope.
he may have went far enough left that he's still okay. Just have a ceiling to deal with.
He's got 2 gaps to pick from. Neither one of them look that inviting.
He's going left gap. Left gap?
Yep.
Yeah, left gap. Control the distance. Control the distance.
Oh, what a shot.
Well, wow. I think he planned that through and through from the tee to the green. I think he played it exactly how he wanted to play it.
If he didn't, he just fooled me. Harper's
Nice
had
distance
great
to
touch
control.
with whatever that disc is that he's been throwing all day.
I think it's Prodigy.
Well, obviously. Speaking of touch.
Just put it in, Johnny. Don't even.
Yeah, all these guys.
It's a game of who can get closer. I think
Yeah.
Lucas won.
Everybody very close here for their birdie attempts.
Yep. If that's the furthest one away, then yeah.
Yeah. 11 down now for Harper. Just such a solid round. He's never really been out of position and just seems to be sticking to his game plan on all these holes and executing them very well.
Mm-hmm.
And a star frame for the guys here on hole 15. Very well played. And on to hole 16. This one presents more of a challenger par 4, 610 feet. The drone taking you through what is primarily the fairway that these guys are going to be looking to attack. You want something to go straight and finish somewhere around this area here. That will present you with this left side gap to kind of approach this basket with tight out of bounds string there into that open field just past the basket here to contend with. Johnny lacing that right side fairway and giving himself a pretty optimal approach line from there.
Mm-hmm. Harper taking his flight a little higher, seeing if he can push a little further. But he ends up further to the left, not necessarily out of position, but just not in the ideal or intended fairway. That's striped down the intended fairway. Should be sitting there somewhere next to Johnny.
Yeah, very nice shot there for Logan. Lucas, a little lower line, maybe a touch wider. Yep, a touch too wide.
Sound like you called him Lucas Logan. Or Logan Lucas. You keep merging people, man.
Gets the forehand to a manageable distance there to be able to get up and down for hopefully par at worst. Johnny maybe went a little further than I thought, having to go with a slight turnover.
That works out well. Inside the circle.
Mm-hmm.
A good Johnny distance there.
Missed that tree. Beautiful
Perfect.
shot. So Logan looking to get himself to 11 down. Harper with this second shot here, trying to give himself a look for the birdie.
Is that the same green disc that he's just
Same
been?
green disc, yeah. Okay,
It was kind of a half everything there.
Yeah, Johnny before the bird. Got it.
And he gets it. It's hard to see the OB string, but it's like just outside the circle there.
Yeah, it comes up fast, especially with how... Oh, as he tries to kick a pine cone up and over. With how fast this ground can play, it can sneak up on you pretty quick.
Yeah.
Good scramble there for the par for Lucas. Harper not getting home.
Yeah.
12 down,
Trying
and he's
not to
still
lose
got
pace.
Yeah, still got 2 holes left.
Hole 17. This one is a long par 3 coming in at 430 feet. You want to get through the field. The most difficult part about this is you can't see the basket off the tee, so you're going to have to do like we always do and aim for the tree, but make sure you pick the right one. You're more than likely going to come in either on a forehand or backhand line, skipping into the green area. Just don't hit a tree. Don't hit what you're aiming for, basically. Or at least that's my strategy, but you know, I'm no pro. Johnny's taking this out wide. Skipping in, get a little tree love, and then ends up behind the tree.
That deserved better.
Those trees weren't communicating, obviously.
No. One is an evil twin for sure.
Another righty swinging over, so finding the right gap. He finds a gap, but he ends up behind the tree as well, but he should be able to step out behind that.
Even wider. Similar like landing area for all 3, but different ground play for all 3.
I will say they all have basically the same look. Right around the same distance. They're all just outside the circle trying to bang one out.
Logan probably just inside of 40. God, again, just slightly low.
Yeah, we just kind of grown accustomed to him hitting those. Oh, yeah. He's actually inside the circle here.
Chance to add a little bit of distance between himself and second place on the card, and he does just that. I'm a little surprised that both holes 16 and 17, there's a 1-stroke difference in terms of par, and the distance and difficulty don't seem to be the same, but they scored the same at .27 under par for both holes. Johnny just shaking his head. Yeah, just a touch low again on that one. A little bit of a weird straddle.
There's the comeback for him.
Lucas has done a very good job of limiting the comeback putt. So when he's had one for par, he's been good to secure it and not let it snowball.
I mean, I don't think we've had any blemishes on any of the players' cards for 17 holes here.
I think you're right.
I mean, unless you call a par blemish.
Nah.
I don't.
1 hole left here in this opening round. And here is that hole, hole 18, par 4, 750 feet. Need to clear this water here on your initial drive. Land somewhere in this very vast fairway here. Your second shot is going to be approaching the slightly elevated green side here with slopes on your left and particularly behind the basket as well that can pose a little bit of a problem. These guys though has shown excellent disc control and speed control coming into these greens. I would expect no different here to close out this first round.
You may have wanted a little bit more turn out of that, but that ends up fine. Again, if you can get out there in the greenery, your second shot is the one that is really the deciding shot.
These guys were just literally stepping up and firing. There was no no gap in between them. This one a low laser.
And all are just right there. They're probably in a rush to get out of this heat.
Yeah. Yeah, we teed off pretty late.
It was about 3 o'clock.
Yeah, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It is crispy out here right now. That one fading a little early left there. That's going to be not the look you're looking for.
Yeah. Not something I expect out of the players on this card from what they've shown the previous 17 holes.
Johnny wanting that one to dig, and that's going to get a little bit of a roll as well.
And oddly to me, this green doesn't seem as
imposing as some of the other ones.
Yeah.
That one a little short. Yeah, I talked about, maybe I jinxed him on the drone flyover about how they've been peppering these greens.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's kind of gotten away from them so far. Harper going to do the same.
All of them, really? Yeah. Is it time? It's turbo time.
Turbo time. Oh, man.
So close.
Lucas just inside, and that one skips but sits.
It stays. Yep.
Logan looking for the birdie here to close out. Get to 12.
Oh, man. I'm glad we're not betting people because we would have lost on this one. I just knew everyone would have peppered the green and tapped in for a birdie. We're looking at our final birdie attempt here.
Low.
It is low.
0 for 4. Very surprising here on a hole that played nearly half a stroke under par on the day. 48% getting birdies, 48% getting pars.
We're seeing some of the pars here.
Four pars to close it out here on 18.
We'll take a quick look at the leaderboard and see who will be featuring tomorrow. We have Harper Thompson up there up top, Logan Bowers. Stone Smith will be joining the card, and JohnE McCray holding on.
Yeah, the four guys in double digits after round one returning here to the lead card. Thank you guys so much for checking out the action here. Round one of the 2024 River Riot. Check us out on all our socials at Ace Run Pro. Be sure to head on back here to check out rounds 2 and 3 from this event. Big shout out to our Ace Runners, our Patreon community. Thank you so much for the support and allowing us to bring you more coverage like this. Make sure to head on back and we'll see you for round 2 of the 2024 River Riots.